Here we start with preseason, and let me tell you what. I really wish that I would have thought ahead of time. I would have laid some serious coin down on the chances of 2 games ending in a tie and 1 abandoned. That would have probably paid out pretty good money, don't you think?
Yeah.
2 preseason ties and an abandoned game.
Yeah, it got weird. I mean, we knew Sunday was going to suck regardless.
Yes.
Just that was when we talked about going to this weekend. It was like, yeah, that's
buckle up.
That's gonna suck. Friday we had some interesting storylines. I'm surprised that Dusty didn't show up in his Travion Henderson jersey after he returned the opening kickoff. Just completely housed it, and then he stiff armed somebody into another dimension.
Dude, he looked pretty good.
He looked really good.
How
many points did they end up putting up? 48. Good God. Yeah, they beat the hell out of the Commanders. Lions Falcons. There wasn't a ton to really take out of that.
Yeah, we'll chat a little bit about that situation at the 11 o'clock hour, as I do think it needs to be discussed. Yeah, not much of that, but you were going to say. I know where you're going.
And then Shedeur gets the nod.
Gets the nod.
I'm going to take a bit of the coward's way out here.
Ooh, I love this. I hope it's super coward, because then I'm going to rip you for it, for being a coward, because that's what you do to me, sir.
I got a buddy of mine, he will remain nameless, who he said if Shedeur goes out and balls out, he's the chosen one. If he goes out there and sucks, he was playing with Janders. Either way, I'm Teflon this weekend. He's a big Shedeur guy. And I was like, you would do that. And here's the thing. He was fine.
He was fine.
He was fine.
He was better than I thought he would be. I mean, I didn't expect him.
That's fair.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to go out there and be terrible, but he was better than I thought he was.
But look, did he have 2 touchdown passes? Yes.
Yeesh.
Were they like throws that I was like, oh my God, look at, they were NFL quarterback throws, which if you didn't think he was an NFL quarterback, then you're sitting there going, well.
Ugh.
But to me, the thing that stood out wasn't the fact that he had 2 touchdown passes. It was not holding onto the ball, mobility in the pocket, stepping up when he needed to, just kind of sliding out as opposed to taking off or just, making bad plays, just being good enough. And to me, on the touchdown pass, it was the second touchdown pass. The throw itself was between 2 DBs. It wasn't like this window where he Brett Favre'd it and just shotgunned it in there, and you're just like, all right, like
I don't think he could throw that hard if he wanted
to. No, Shedeur's got a solid arm, but he's not, putting the ball through somebody's chest.
No.
It was a good throw. But what I liked more was that he trusted his pass protection. The running back picked up the blitzer, just knocked this linebacker into the phantom zone. And I was like, damn! Like that was the thing from the play that I took more than anything was the pass pro from the running back. But Shedeur after getting his block knocked off at Colorado, he doesn't have the yips. He had good pocket presence. He trusted his pass pro. And like that to me was more important than going out there and, flashing the rollie and all the stuff that he does. It's like, don't get me wrong. I like a quarterback with a little bit of swagger, but I also just like,
quarterback's got to have a little bit of swagger.
I also kind of liked it if he just would have gone out there and done like the most low key thing, like not celebrated, not done the rollie, not been yapping the whole time, just put his head down and go, just to go, this is what you wanted. This is what you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's not a Sanders way of life.
Oh, I know. But like, I'm not saying doing that for the season.
Oh, but just in the first one?
No. Just that game. Just be like, told you. Let the play do all of the talking. Because then he could go out afterwards and go, now do you believe?
I will agree. His poise looked really nice.
Yeah.
He looks like a career backup quarterback. And that's better than I thought he was going into this game.
Sure.
He looks like he can play. How good he can play, that I don't know. But I do believe that there might be a time and place in this league for Shedeur Sanders. Sure. Surprisingly.
And keep in mind,
he caught me off guard.
He was playing the Panthers, who's probably the second or third worst team in the league.
Agreed. And I would like to see him in some like first team versus first team situation. I mean, I think we all would.
But you did basically get Carolina's first team out there. They just suck.
I also think Shedeur had a nice benefit that not everybody else got as we go through, all the like the rookie quarterbacks and stuff. Is he got the first half?
Yeah,
I thought that was the smart move from Stefanski. Obviously, their injury situation plays a big part.
Yeah, they didn't have a choice,
right? But I like that. I'd like to see this with Dylan Gabriel too. Like, I want to see if you don't look. We all think Flacco's going to start. I think on Dirt and Sprague they had a poll who's going to start the most games. I think the answer is Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's elite. That's why I believe in it. However, to really see how
I'm not just going to let you say that. No. The best part about this is the owner coming out, Jimmy Haslam, saying, "Nope, wasn't my idea to draft Shador." So now if Shador does pop, he can't say that.
He can't go back on it. He's actually secretly that was me.
Yeah, I mean he can, but now he looks terrible for it.
I would like to see more of that. Like Cam Ward, he didn't play a whole lot, and I know they don't want him to play a whole lot because he is the starter. But I like this. I love this concept of giving rookies the full first half. Look, if Tyler Shuck, who I do think will start at quarterback for the Saints for God knows what reason.
Well, because
they're the Saints
quarterbacks.
Yeah, okay, my bad. Fair point, Russ. You bring up a hard argument there. If he would have only played one series and threw that pick six, he'd be getting killed today more than he already is. So I love this concept of guys getting a full half. A full half. Because what if you do have the yips? One could argue Tyler Shuck probably had the yips. That DB, as you mentioned in our pre-show prep, made a great jump on that ball.
Edwards just dove on it, full-on Superman extension diving interception.
Made a great jump on the ball. However, that can happen in the NFL when you throw balls like that. So the fact that he was able to have a full half, like Shador, you saw flashes of, okay, this guy might have something.
Cooper Flagg's debut at Summer League. His first 3 minutes was a basket of cats.
Yips.
And
yip.
Coach pulled him out.
Colin.
Coach pulled him out. Cooper said after the game, yeah. I was nervous. I was nervous, man. It's fine.
I was nervous, but a closed-door practice with the Olympic team didn't make him nervous. That's so strange.
It's just...
Yeah, TV's on.
The
hype's there.
The hype's there. Everything's there. It's you are the guy.
You are Luka 2.0, dude.
You know what I mean? Like there's just that to it. And so, but after that, he came back out, was comfy as a clam. And that's the thing. Is like you want to give some guys some time. Like I think you saw some moments from a lot of different rookies in that same game. I think it was Bryce Young aired one out to Tet McMillan, and it was like, oh no way, the 6'5" guy went out and like highballed a pass up in the air and got the deep route down the sideline. No way. It was like, yeah, that's what he does. So I think you saw things kind of show up for a lot of different rookies. Travis Hunter was quiet,
but okay,
totally fine. And that was the thing is like the weekend for me, it wasn't just Shador. It was Shador. It was Jackson Dart. I thought Dart looked really, really good too.
Yeah, we'll get into a little more of the rookies and stuff, but I think we also saw things we already knew. Look, Russell Wilson is cooked. Famous Jameis is cooked. Like we saw some Andy Dalton. He's cooked.
What did I put the over under on? Was it 4.5 or 5.5?
I don't remember.
It was one of those two.
I don't remember, but
week 4 or week 5.5.
I think my biggest overreaction of the weekend is start Jackson Dart. If I had to like pick an overreaction, I mean, I think Brandon said this too, or it was Andy, I don't remember, but like I'm the firm believer of start Jameis for 4 games, 5 games, and then put in Dart. But I don't know. After watching both those dudes, and look, Bryce Young, you better be okay. Because Andy Dalton is old and it shows.
Yeah.
Just a lot of like, I told you, like, not I told you so, but like things we already knew for 100, Alex.
Yeah, it's Vinny Testaverde time. Like he's there, but the red rifle is now the red BB gun.
Yes, without a doubt. So there was a lot of that kind of stuff. And it's tough to say, I think there were some receivers that made some good plays. I think there's good throws made. But, like we keep saying, it's tough when it's a bunch of janitors, to your point earlier.